Hi guys and welcome. And today's video will be about path and we are going to create the car shape that we were talking about last videos. So in addition to this, we will review some parts of this path, which will be the LineTo and the CubicCurveTo. Okay, so we're going to create a path using these two objects. So let's start. Okay, so a path will be an object in which we will add different path elements or different lines in order to create a desired shape. And we can define the complexity of the shape. We can give the shape that we want to this path. Okay, so as we mentioned, the path elements are the components of a path, and all of them will have the name of a shape but with the to as suffix. For example, here we have line2, which will be a path element. Okay, and on the other hand, we will have line, just line, without the to, and that will be the shape. Okay, so it is important to mention that a path element cannot be added directly to the root node. We have to add this path element to the path object first, and then add the path object to the root node in order to display these these path elements inside the path, and then inside the root node. Okay, so we have different path elements, and one of them, and the one that we will use all the time, is the MoveTo. And MoveTo is the starting point of the path. Okay, we'll define a starting point, and from that point we will start creating our path. Okay, MoveTo, and in this video we will review LineTo and CubicCurveTo, these two paths here. Okay, also we have a quadratic curve 2, we have an arc 2, we have a V line, which is vertical line 2, or an horizontal line 2. Okay, so now let's take a look at NetBeans, at the code, and see how this is done. Okay, so this is the car shape that we are going to create today, and we're gonna start from this point here, and then we will continue creating and adding path elements to the shape. So the first thing we will need to do is to create a path. Okay, so let's create a path. Then the second step will be to create or to set the starting point of the path. And remember that we need that we have and we use the MoveTo path element to define this starting point. So this MoveTo path element has two set methods, and one of them is setX. Okay, I already created the path, the car shape, so I already know where to place this starting point. You can use another values, or you can even calculate these values if you want. Okay, okay, so now that we have set this point, let's start creating our path elements. So the first two paths that we are going to create are this line here and then this line here. Okay, so in order to do that, we use the path element line2. Okay, so I want to show you a slide where you can see how to set the starting and the ending point of this line2. So the starting point will be the MoveTo point, or the MoveTo coordinates that we already defined, and the ending point of this line will be the ones that we set here with the set x and set y. That's the coordinate, the ending coordinate of this line. So this is how a path works. The starting point of a path element will be the ending point of the previous path element, or can be the MoveTo coordinates that we set, in case this is the first path element that we are creating. So that's how you set the line. And let's go back to NetBeans. Okay, so let's set the ending point of this line. Now the y. Okay, so this point that we just set is this one here. So now let's create this line. Okay, so we only need to set this end point here. Okay, so we can just copy and paste this code and change the name. Okay, so this is how you you can use the LineTo path element. And the next step will be to create this curve here and then this one here. Okay, so in order to do that, let's review the second path element that we are gonna learn today, and it will be the cubic curve. Okay, so we use the path element CubicCurveTo. Okay, let's fix the imports. There you go. And I want to show you another slide so you can understand this path element. So here it is. So, well, the starting point, we already have it. It's the ending point of the previous line. And now we are going to set, with the set x and set y, the ending point of this curve. Okay. In addition to this, we need to set two control points. Okay, so set control x1 and set control y1 will define the coordinates of the control point, this one, the one in the left. So the function, or the functionality of this control point is to pull the line between the starting point and the midpoint of the curve, to pull this line to itself. So if we want to make this curve more evident, we need to put or to place this point further away than this line. Okay, and the same thing will happen with the set control point x2 and y2. Okay, it's the same behavior here. Okay, so this way we can control how evident or how pronounced will be the curve. Okay, by setting these control points. Remember, they will pull the segment from the midpoint to the start point, or from the midpoint to the ending point, depending on the point. Okay, so let's go back to NetBeans, and now we want to define this curve here. So let's set first the ending point of this curve, which is this one. and then let's set the control point 1, which is the one in the left. So this point will be placed around this area here, okay, more or less. And then we need to set the second control point, which will be placed around this area here. Okay, so that's how we create this effect or this curvy shape here. Okay, let's set the second control point. Okay, and now we are gonna create the second curve, cubic curve, which is this one here. Okay, as you can see, it has a regular shape, a more regular, like a circle shape. Okay, so you can use the same code here. You can copy and paste it. Okay, and just change the name. This will be the curve number 2. Okay, so let's set the ending point. The ending point will be here. And now let's set the control point 1 and control point 2. These points will be almost at the top of the stage, at the same level. Okay, so we are going to set one here and the other one here in order to get this shape. Okay, as you can see, the Y is 10, so it is almost at the top of the stage. Okay, so that's how we create these two curves here. So now let's add all the remaining paths. So it will be this line here, another curve here, and now the last line will be the one at the bottom of the shape. Okay, so let's add those lines. Okay, so there you go. Here we have line number 3, which is this one, another cubic curve, which is this one here, with its two control points, 1 and 2, and the last line, the one at the bottom of the shape, is this one here. Okay, so now we need to add those path elements to the path in order to displace, or in order to build this shape. So we do that by using the path, car path that we created, using the method getElements, then the method addAll, and inside this method let's add all the path elements. Of course, all of the path elements should be added in the same order, or in the order that you want them to be shown in the shape. Otherwise, you will not be able to create the shape that you want. So you need to follow the order. Okay, so the first shape path element will be the start point, then the line car 1, line car 2, then the curves cubic car 2, car 2, this cubic car 1, sorry, okay, then there's another line, and then the last line. Okay, so remember, we cannot uh, we cannot add the path elements directly to the root node here. We need to add these path elements to the path and then add this path to the root node in order to display the shape. So here is the path already added. So now let's take a look how it looks. Okay, so there you go, guys. Here's the car shape. So as you can see, it doesn't have any format, and we will add this format in following videos. So this is how you create a path. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching again, and don't miss the next video. It will be about ellipse and rectangle. We're gonna be creating the car wheels. Okay, so please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.